There are moments when life can begin to feel as though everyone else has received the map that somehow passed us by. A friend announces they're getting married. Someone you went to school with has just started a new business. A colleague is celebrating a promotion. Make that money. You scroll through your phone for a few minutes and quietly begin measuring your own life against people whose stories only can be seen in fragments. It happens so easily that we hardly notice we're doing it. What's interesting is that comparison rarely arrives with bad intentions. It often begins with admiration. Someone seems happy, confident, certain about where they're heading. Then, almost without realizing it, admiration becomes measurement. We stop looking at their life and begin questioning our own. Maybe you've had one of those birthdays that doesn't feel very different from the one before. People ask, "Oh, what have you got planned next? Where you see yourself in 5 years?" Whether you're thinking about moving, changing jobs, or settling down. They're all new questions asked very kindly. Yet sometimes they land with unexpected weight. Not because anyone meant to create pressure, but because we were already carrying some pressure ourselves. It's easy to forget that lives rarely unfold at the same timetable. Some people meet lifelong friends at school, others in their 40s. Some discover work they love early on, others arrive there after trying many, and I mean many, different paths. There isn't much consistency in the timing of life, only in our tendency to compare it. One of the quieter habits many of us develop is assuming everyone else feels more certain than we do. Yet certainty can be surprisingly difficult to recognize from the outside. The person who seems confident may be questioning themselves every day. The person who appears settled may be wondering, am I ready for a change? The person who looks as though everything is falling into place may simply become good at carrying uncertainty without showing it. There are seasons of life with very little happening. The days seem ordinary, progress feels slow. It's tempting to believe I'm standing still, not really progressing or moving anywhere. Yet when we look back over long periods, those quiet seasons often turn out to have mattered far more than we realized. Not because dramatic things happened, but because we were slowly becoming someone capable of whatever came next. I've come to think there's a difference between being behind and simply being somewhere different. One suggests we failed to keep up, the other recognizes that lives are not identical journeys. Perhaps that's why comparison can be so misleading, because it invites us to measure different stories as though they were meant to follow the same plot. Maybe none of us is as far behind as we sometimes imagine. Maybe we're simply living lives that unfold in different ways, meeting different people, finding different opportunities, learning different lessons, eating different foods. Often, at times, we can never have planned. Perhaps that's enough. Perhaps it's always has been enough. Thank you for spending these few minutes with me, and as always, I look forward to continuing this conversation with you.